All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, by Hashem, in the name Yahweh Shai, which is the true name who the word ignorant called Jesus Christ, man. You know, by Hashem, in the name Rakah Kodash of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, man, that rule well. Peace, salutation, and love to the elect around the four corners of the earth, man. And I'm out here once again, man, to teach our people, man, teach you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, the knowledge of salvation, man. Because that is what's going to save you in the times to come, man. Like in the 60s, early 50s, 60s, 70s, our people knew knowledge was power, man. That's all I used to say, man. Knowledge is power, man. And knowledge is power, man. I'm going to prove it out of the scriptures, man. Because in the end, when all the calamities come, man, when the day of the Lord come, man, it's going to be total chaos out here, man. And you have to be ready mentally for what's finna happen, man. This is, I'm going to start at the top on this, man. But the point is in verse 6, man. But this is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, man. So who is this talking about, man? Who go around spoiling everybody and they was not spoiled, man? You so-called white people, man. But you the Edomites according to the Bible, man. That's another thing, man. Our people have to learn, man. That's another thing our people have to understand, man. You're not going to be able to totally understand the Bible, man, unless you understand everybody's beautiful name. You know about these I'm going to be teaching these names. When you read the Bible, they talk about Israel, Jacob, when Jacob's name was changed to Israel, they got the 12 tribes. It's talking about these people who was talking about right here. These are people who the Lord died for, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't died for everybody. Even when they say God so loved the world it was talking about was the world of Israel, man. You know, we the people that need salvation right now, man. The so-called white man, he in his salvation, man. This is his kingdom right now. You know what I'm saying? Why he make the laws. You know what I'm saying? Why they can do whatever they want to do to us and get away with it, man. You know what I'm saying? But going back to this Isaiah 33 and 1, you know, we all came up in the churches, you know what I'm saying? Then eventually, we start reading the Bible on our own, you know what I'm saying? But in order to get that full understanding of the scripture, first and foremost, the Lord always set up men to teach other men, you know what I'm saying? He always done it like that. But you got to understand everybody's biblical name, man, you know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures, like how the scriptures say, Jacob I love, but Esau I hated. So let you know the Lord don't love everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one key point. But I'm gonna read Isaiah 33 and 1 again. It said, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee, man. You know, so who is this scripture talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? Because right now we living in America, man. Which America in the Bible is Babylon the Great, man. Or the virgin daughter of the virgin daughter of Babylon. In America is also spiritually called Sodom and Egypt in Revelation the 11th chapter, man. You know, so who dealt treacherously and they were not dealt treacherously with, man. Like I said, we living in America, man. And we know the history of the so-called white man, and he made it to the Americas, man. You know what I'm saying? We had the so-called Native American Indians and the so-called Latinos and Hispanics, man. They greeted the white man with gifts and everything when he got over here, man. But what did he do, man? He dealt treacherously with them, man. You know what I'm saying? His whole thing was he was plotting to bring them down, man. They taught him how to survive when he got over here, man. The white man couldn't even survive the wintertime, man. The so-called Native American Indians taught him how to plant squash, corn. Taught him how to plant crops and taught him how to survive, man. You know? But what did he do in return, man? He dealt treacherously with them, man. You know, but like the scripture said, when thou cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, man. Right, man. So when you even if you want to start to act right, No, now it's time for you to pay for what you did, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Galatians 6 and 7 say, man. Be not deceived, man. The Most High is not mocked. You gonna reap what you sowed, man. And the Lord He judged nations, man. True enough, he'll put individual judgment on somebody, man. But when the Lord's judgment come in totality, He bring you down as a nation, man. That's why when we went into slavery, we didn't go into slavery as an individual. We went into slavery as a whole nation, man. You know what I'm saying? It started with the northern kingdom, and then eventually they came and got the southern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man. Which you so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians, man. Because you had the northern tribes, the northern kingdom, they was already over here, man. You know? But this all part of the knowledge of salvation that our people have to understand, man. You know? You can't keep trying to love somebody, man, and they trying to annihilate your nation, man. Else you're gonna get annihilated, man. Eventually you got to wake up and be like, man, these people don't like me, man. These people hate me, man. Eventually you got to defend yourself, man. You know? Because the churches will teach us, man, no matter what's going on, man, love the so-called white man, man. No, man. That ain't, no, man, no. That's why we in the predicament we in now, man. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, man, we don't even love each other, man. We against each other, man. We got to teach self-love first, man, before we can love anybody else, man. These people right here on the side, man, we kill each other up, man. Even though the so-called white man got the system set up to where we'll do that, man. So that's what the men of the Lord set up to do, man. Teach our people how to love themselves once again, man. Because they'll want to say the so-called white man, and we need saving, man. The so-called white man don't need saving, man. And when thou should make an end to deal treacherously, they should deal treacherously with you, man. So even if Trump's sincere about the stuff he doing there, man, now everybody dealing treacherously with America, man. Because every nation realized how America got over on them, man. How they used them for their resources. You know what I'm saying? How they used them, how they came to their land. Basically, like they was gonna make it better, but in the end, wickedness started to pop up everywhere, man. Homosexuals started to pop up, man. All type of nightclubs and just BS, man. You know what I'm saying? Abominable fools, man. They say, "Oh Lord, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee, but thou their arm every morning. Our salvation also in the time of trouble," man. Right, man. So the Lord gonna be the salvation of the elect of these people in the time of trouble, man. I'm gonna get a precept though to that, to how the white man did when he came over here, man. And now this ain't no color thing, man. It's all about nations, man. The Bible deal with nations, man. It's all about if you an Israelite and you not, man. That's what this whole book is about, man. It's law, statutes, and commandments for our people, man. To teach us how to live, teach us how to treat one another, man. You know, because the earth is gonna be ruled off the law, statutes, and commandments when the Lord set up His kingdom on earth, man. So you got a question, you want to say something? Just indicate.
What white people
I get it. Because the Lord made us all, you know. But He had a chosen people. And everybody else, hey, He just used them for what He needed to use them for. He mainly used them to punish us when we got out of line. This is on Genesis chapter 25, starting at verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac, man. Because who did the Lord make the covenant with, man? He made the covenant with Abraham, man. And then it went to Isaac and to Jacob, man. You know about that, right? No? Keep reading, no. Okay, come. It said Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padaran, the sister to Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived, man. Right, so Isaac basically prayed to the Lord, man, because he wanted kids, because Rebekah's womb was shut up, man. So the Lord heard his prayer, and then eventually Rebekah got pregnant, man. Because the brother asked, where did the so-called white man come from, man? And it's all in the scriptures, man. That's what, and it's in the beginning, it's in Genesis, man. You know, you can go from Genesis to Revelation, man. But like I said, you don't understand who the Israelites are and who these different people are according to their biblical name. You're gonna end up getting confused about the Bible, man. You know. This verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord, man. So it was twins in her womb, right? And they was in the womb fighting. When you look at that word struggle, it lets you know it means to grievously oppress, to grievously crush or oppress, man. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the young. So it said one, so Lord was like two nations in our womb. So it said two manner of people. So even though it was twins that had the same father, Lord was like, look, it's two nations in our womb, two manner of people. Then he was like, one of them gonna be stronger than the other. Keep reading. We're gonna go back. When her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there was twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. So this is where the white man comes from. Because he ain't white, he's white. He's different shades of red. So he came out red with no pigmentation, with no melanin. You know what I'm saying? That's why when they stand in the sun, they catch skin cancer, they have to put all this sunscreen. Right. So so when he came out with no melanin, it gives a description of like he came out red, hairy, all over like a garment. Because see, you're not gonna see the word white man in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna give a description of him, it's gonna give characteristics of him, and it's gonna tell how he act, you know what I'm saying? Just like with the Israelites. Give characteristics of us. But this described and say he came out red, that's why they known as the rednecks, you know what I'm saying? That's why, like I said, the mother would turn red, man. They get mad, they basically they don't got no melanin, and they blood show forth through their skin. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. Did I skip? Oh yeah, I did. This verse 25 again. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. So he came out red all over like a hairy garment, and that word hairy don't mean that he was literally hairy. When you look that word hairy up in the Hebrew, the origin of the word goes into satar, and it means devil, which I can pull it up, but it actually means devil, because he came out wicked. The Lord made him wicked, basically. But it's when they named him Esau, the word Esau in the Hebrew is Ashashua, which means wasted away is he. So when Isaac saw him and Rebekah saw him, he came out with no melanin. They like Ashashua, you know what I'm saying? He wasted away as he, talking about his skin. Now, that was their first time seeing it. And after that came his brother out, and his hands took hold of Esau's heel. And his name was Jacob. And Isaac was 70 years old when she bare them. Right, so his name was Jacob, which means Jacob. The word Jacob means supplanter. You know what I'm saying? The Hebrew is Yahweh, which means supplanter, man. How people we got game, you know what I'm saying? We can supplant you, man. But then it say his brother took hold of his hand, took hold of Esau's heel. So when Esau was coming out the womb, Jacob had the hold of his heel, which just basically represent us taking the so-called white man down out of his power seat in these end times. We're going to pull him out of his seat, and it starts spiritually with the scriptures. Because the white man know that. That's why he stay practicing his witchcraft, you know what I'm saying? Like all the entertainers, the actors, he got all them under his spell, you know what I'm saying? They practice witchcraft, you know what I'm saying? All them practice witchcraft. But I'm going to keep reading. And the boys grew, because now I'm finna steady get described the two boys, you know what I'm saying, the twins. Because like it said, these two nations of people, at the time they was one person, but they was finna basically be the father of a nation. Esau was gonna be the father of the so-called white nation, which they got they call just like the white man over there. What color he is in that black shirt? Right, that's Esau. He red. He ain't white. It's white. See, they call themselves white because when you say white, the word white means pure. So they want us to, every time we call them white, they want, but it's like we call them pure. Then we call ourselves black. You look at the word black, it means evil, wicked. You know what I'm saying? So that's why really we gotta stop calling ourselves black. You know what I'm saying? We the Israelites. You know, but that's why I say the white man, when he understood everything was spiritual, he attacked us spiritually first. That's why he used the preachers to keep us, he know how to get to us, you know what I'm saying? Break our spirit down first, then he don't got to worry about the flesh. But going back to when it said, one people should be stronger than the other, who the strongest? Because it ain't just the black man, it's these are 12 tribes. You know, Jacob had the 12 sons. And this the nation of who them 12 sons come from. So just ain't the blacks, the so-called Negroes, we the head tribe. That's the tribe the Lord came from. But these are our brothers right here. These are people who the Lord died for. This is the name the so-called white man changed our name, but this is the biblical name that the Lord gave us. Keep reading though, because now I'm finna give a description of Jacob and Esau. But this is the beginning of us. But the war between us, the hatred between us and the so-called white man started in the womb of Rebecca. That's why Rebecca went to the Lord like, Lord, what's going on? He told us two nations in our womb, two manner of people. And it was like we was struggling, we was fighting in the womb. So this fight that between us, and it ain't just the Negroes, it's the Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans. That fight between us and them, it ain't gonna stop until the Lord come and put us back in, until the Lord come deliver the elect of our people. They going into slavery, man. They gonna be changed up. I'm gonna prove all of that out the Bible. It said the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. So now it's giving you a description of Esau. Who thrive off hunting today? She said he a cunning hunter. And Esau a cunning hunter. You know, our people hunted, but we hunted to eat. The white man hunt for sport right now. He all on National Geographic, you know what I'm saying? His TV shows, he made hunting out of sport. But like I said, he a cunning hunter, man. He'll set up cameras, you know what I'm saying? He be all in trees hunting. So it's giving a description of how Esau is, how he gonna act, even though we hunted, but we just hunted for food. We ain't never hunt for sport. Now people who learn these ways, they'll do it. But just like even to this day now, so-called white man to kill deers and then get the meat away. You know what I'm saying? Cause he ain't hunting deer for to eat. He just hunting, he hunting for sport.
For the kids. They all got their military.
Right. It say, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter and a man of the field, always in the field. Trying to look for oil. You know what I'm saying? Just bullshit. Well, he gotta be doing all this. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So now it's telling like the type of people we are. You know what I'm saying? Jacob was. He was a plain man dwelling in tents. He just wanted to chill. You know what I'm saying? How we like to do. Our people just want to get somewhere and chill. We can eat, get us something to drink. You know what I'm saying? And get our woman. And we just want to keep it plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? But the so-called white man, like you said, he a man of the field. He a cunning hunter. So it's getting the description of him, man. And then if you look that word plain up right there, Hebrew word, I think it's tamah, which it means. I'm just gonna get it right quick. I see that's another thing in the Bible. You got to go into the original text. You know what I'm saying? Because it was written in the Hebrew, in the Greek. You know what I'm saying? So in order to understand certain things, you have to go back to the Hebrew to get it. Because just like the scriptures say, Jacob was a plain man. So if we take the word plain, it just means okay, he plain. But
You said Greek too?
In the New Testament, you have to go to the Greek. Yeah, because that's what they, that's the reference on the New Testament. Like the English language, you go back to the origin and to the Greek and get the understanding of the New Testament. That's why you ever about the strong concordance. Yeah, see that's what that's for. You gotta look certain words up to understand. Right. And this is what the pastor's supposed to be doing, man. This how the pastor's supposed to break down the Bible in the church, man. When you go to church, man, and the pastor start preaching, man. But see, one thing the pastor gonna do, he gonna read 1 or 2 scriptures, then he just gonna go on the whole damn. He gonna go on the whole show, man. He gonna basically have a talent show in front of you, man. Which the Bible's supposed to be broken down and taught to our people, man. You go to church. If you got any, like the pastor supposed to be reading scriptures. If anybody got a question, they supposed to be able to raise their hand. What's that mean, pastor? You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be when you come to the congregation. It's supposed to be.
Like the first church I went to.
Yeah.
I used to ask some questions and stuff. They'd think my mom didn't think I was acting some type of way.
Right. But that's how they did the Lord. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord started coming into the temple, I'm gonna get it right quick. Everybody was on like they were tripping. Right, man, because the brother said when the old church he went to, man, he didn't want to ask the pastor something. But then his mama and them would be thinking he tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we was raised, man. We was raised to go to church and sit in there and just listen. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they got going on, you don't get to ask no questions or nothing. So by his mama thinking that, she just going off how she was raised, man. We all doing that. But now it's time for us to learn the truth according to the Bible and how this thing really supposed to go, man. You know? Somebody, a teacher, you supposed to be able to ask him a question, man. Right then and there. How he can keep going on and on, then you'll be to forgot your question, man. Mark chapter 6, starting at verse 1, the point is in 3. And when he went out from this and came into his own country, and his disciples followed him, and when the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue. This talking about whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, man. Which his true name is Yahweh, man. That's the true and ancient name, man. And we gonna push that name, man. Because Revelation 7 and Revelation the 14th chapter tell you in the end times, man, be 144,000 men, man. And they're going to be sealed in their foreheads with the true name of the Heavenly Father and the true name of His Son, man. God and Jesus are just titles, man. And when, and many hearers, I'm going to read verse 2 again. And when the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many hearing him were astonished, saying, from whence has this man these things, and what wisdom is this which is given unto him, that even such mighty works are wrought by his hands, man, right? Because the Lord was doing all those miracles, man, you know. Verse 3, is not this the carpenter's son of Mary, and the brother of James, Joseph and of Judah and Simon, and are not his sisters here with us? And they were offended at him, man. Right, man. So the congregation was like, Yahushua went to teach him, man. You know, because like it's just like this. They had been okay, it's safe for instance, you've been congregating at a church a long time, man. And you just been chilling there, all of a sudden, you get, the Lord give you some type of understanding. And you just like you said, you want to ask questions. But your mama didn't feel like you was tripping. But it was just like this with you have a shot, man. Because it tell you, at one point, some of his sisters and brothers ain't believing him at one point, man. Whether they started, I know some of them started to believe later on in the ministry, man. But at first, they just wanted to live a regular life and go on with life, man. Because when Yahushua came, he had to basically clear up the BS that was going on, man. You had the leaders side people, they were extorting the people, man. They weren't preaching the word to the poor, man. You know, they was in the temple. They had made the temple out of basically a marketplace, man. They was selling all type of stuff in the temple, man. But the Lord had to come back and clear everything up, man. And like he said, his mother, his brothers and his sisters were offended at him, man. Because you had some people that liked what he was doing, but then you had the leadership, man. Huh? Yeah, they was against the Lord, man, because he started to take the attention off them, man. And then that truth started to be heard, and therefore they was gonna be exposed, man. That's why even in Matthew the 2nd chapter, man, it tell you when the Lord was born, Herod and all Jerusalem was troubled, man. Why? Because they know they weren't right, man. They knew what they was doing, man. Just like today, man. These pastors know they lying, man. They know who got the truth, man. And now the truth out, they troubled, man. Because they realize something, man. A lot of their congregation a lot of their members gonna start asking questions. What this mean? What this mean, man? I thought God loved everybody, man. Where's America in the Bible, man? You know, which all this is in here, man. But just to get that point, I'm gonna go back to get back on script though, looking up that word plain, man. And that's I'm gonna get another scripture too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that scripture right quick. This is Isaiah 28 and I'm going to start at verse 7. But they also have erred through wine, and through strong drink are gone out of the way, man. And that wine and strong drink, talking about the different philosophies that's out here, man. Christianity is a philosophy, man. Christianity is not in the Bible, man. The Lord gave us laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Christianity is a religion, man. The Lord ain't give us no religion, man. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments that we should live by, man. All this Islam, this Masonry, Muslim, man. Our people have erred by that, man. It said the priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment, man. The point is in verse 9, though. I'm just going to read down this verse 8. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean, man. So what's their table, man? Going into their doctrines, man. It's full of vomit and uncleanness. Going into Psalm the 23rd chapter, man. When the Lord said, "What the Lord is my shepherd, I should not want," man. You know, basically paraphrased it, man. I get it right. I'm gonna finish this though. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna get that real quick. But I basically just cause I think I remember, man, for the Lord is my shepherd, I should not want, man. He restored my soul. He leaded me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake, man. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thy table is prepared before me in the presence of my enemies, man. What is that table, man? Going into this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. You know? So that's why I say that table is full of vomit and filthiness, man. Going to the doctrines of our so-called pastors, so-called evangelists, man. T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, man. They straight up land-eyed people, man. But verse 9 is the point I want to, and I probably skipped a few verses in that Psalm 23, but I just want to get to that part where it say, my table is prepared before me in the presence of my enemies, my cup runneth over. Right, see, all that represents this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. You know? Matter of fact, I'm going to get a precept to prove that. This is Romans chapter 11. I'm gonna start at verse 7. It said, what then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest was blinded, man. And what is our people searching for, man? The Israelites searching for the truth, man. That's why our churches stay packed. That's why people in all these different Greek fraternities, in the Christianity, Islam, because they searching for the truth, man. But like you said, Israel have not attained what he's seeking for. The election have attained it, man. But the rest was blinded, man. So only the elect of our people is going to receive this truth, man. Going to get this knowledge, man. You got a question for us? Stop me in the time. It's a question.
I'm about to say, like, albino people, what tribe they in?
Albino, see, albinos, a black man can make an albino.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying.
That proved that, see, that's the story of Jacob and Esau right there. Right. Yeah. But guess what? The so-called white man can't have no dark skin, baby.
Yeah, long they had never hair too. Like,
right.
Never hair.
Right. But that's proved that scripture in Genesis 25, man. According to the scriptures, we can have we can have an albino baby, man. You know?
But where do they stand though? Like, they part of us?
If they come from these people right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause see, it's just like this. That's another thing too. Like, dude, like over the years, like, you know, every time you conquer a nation, you basically get their women to start sleeping with. So you got a lot of people that look like the so-called white man, look like Japanese men, cause just like during the Vietnam War, when they sent the so-called Negro soldiers over there, Hispanic, Latino, we were having sex with a lot of them women. A lot of us left a lot of babies over there, but came back home. You know what I'm saying? Some of them babies came out looking like them Vietnamese. Some of them came out looking like us. But the ones that actually look like the Vietnamese, you'll think they one of them. But when you do their lineage check, they go back to one of these people. So see, that's another thing too. Like, that's in the Bible too. It's called confusion of faces. So you got the Israelites. And then that's their vision John saw in Revelation the 7th chapter when he seen basically all nations coming. You know what I'm saying? That innumerable multitude. That's what John seen, man. He saw people looking like all that. Cause see, during the dark ages, it's just like this, like the Italians, the Irish, and the Scottish. See, they come from us. You know what I'm saying? They come from black people. Cause see, we ruled Europe during the dark ages, so we would have it when we took over you. We would have sex with the women, and sometimes the baby come out looking like one of them, but his land go back to us.
So it wasn't like evolution, like it was black people first, then they came.
Yeah, we just got into the story of it, but it was the Lord. It was all the spirit of the Lord doing it. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no that evolution is a bullshit, basically. You know what I'm saying? Talking about we came from months. It's not. That's
yeah,
the
I know
okay.
we came from
Yeah, right. So basically, going back to how the white man got here, we gonna go back to in Genesis. And we're gonna go back to, I just want to get to, I'm gonna go back to Isaiah. Then we're gonna go back to Genesis. But the reason why I'm in Isaiah, I'm just gonna get it. But I'm gonna go back to where it said a table is full of vomit. This Romans 11 and 8. I'm gonna read verse 7 again. It said, "What then? Israel have not attained that which he's seeking for, but the election have attained it, and the rest is blind." Because that's another thing. All these people ain't gonna be saved right now. Only the elect of these people gonna be saved. You know what I'm saying? 2/3 of our people, the Lord gonna cut them up. They gonna die, basically. Like they don't want to get right. They ain't trying to get right. You know what I'm saying? They gonna continue to live how they want to live. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna come back in the kingdom of heaven, man. They gonna come back. It's verse 8. Like you said, but the election have attained it, and the rest was blinded. According as it is written, the God have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. So the Lord has blinded a lot of 2/3 of our people so they can't get this truth. You know what I'm saying? Right. And who did he use to blind them? The so-called white man. And David said, "Let their table be a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them." So that's going into their table. So this word of trap and a snap and a stumbling block to do 2/3 of our people. You know what I'm saying? They can't get it. They ain't gonna be able to understand the Lord only died for the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be able to understand the Lord don't love these other nations, man. You know what I'm saying? See, just like you got that East Indian man right there. He darker than us, but he a whole different nation. He ain't on this side. See, they go back to his name in the Bible is Elon. Like the Persian, you heard of Medo-Persian Empire? Persian Empire seen the movie 300 when you had Xerxes. That's who they come from. That was the time they ruled on the earth. East Indians, yeah, that's the time when they ruled. But going back into that table, when they said that table is full of vomit and filthiness. David said, "Let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them, and let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back always." Right. Get one more precept to that. I'm just gonna go back to Isaiah 28. This Isaiah 28 and 8 again. "For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. Whom shall he teach knowledge?" And this is the point right here. So whom should the Lord teach knowledge? Now it's gonna tell you how it's gonna tell you how you supposed to read this Bible and how you gonna understand it, man. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Right. Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. So you gotta be weaned from the milk first, man, and drawn from the breast, man. So the first thing you gotta do, man, like you said, whom should he teach knowledge? First thing you gotta do is get the milk of these scriptures first, man. Like understanding who the Lord died for, you know, just the simple things first, man. And that's in Peter also. Peter keep coming up, I'm gonna go and get it, man. Read this, then I'm gonna get it. It said, cause see, this how the Bible's supposed to be read, cause like it said, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the breast, and drawn from them that are weaned from the milk, and drawn from the breast. I'm gonna go and get people right here. I'm gonna get right back to this. I would say those that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. It's 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. And verse 1 and 2. Wherefore laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, as newborn babes, desiring the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. Right. So because what did Yahushua tell the disciples, man? He told them, if you don't become as children, you won't be able to enter the kingdom of heaven. Right, so going back into what do a child do, man? They have to be weaned from the breast first, man. So in order to understand this truth, you have to be reborn again in your mind, man. You have to become like a little child, man. Like you don't know nothing, man. You got to basically, because what do a child do, man? When a child being born, he start to learn, he just a sponge, he's sucking up everything, man. But like you said, you got to desire the sincere milk first, man, in order to understand this truth, man. Back in Isaiah 28, and I'm going to read 9 again. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, there a little. So this how you go. This how you understand the Bible, man. You ain't gonna read the books from the beginning to the end straight to chapter for chapter and get to understand it. Like you said, precept got to be upon precept, line upon line, then here a little, there a little. So you got to connect it. You got to put the puzzle together. You got to, right? You got to go from book to book. You know what I'm saying? To get to understand just how I went from just how I went from Isaiah to 1 Peter. You know what I'm saying? You got to link the whole book up. You know what I'm saying? See, that's something I ain't never taught us. You know what I'm saying? You got to match this scripture with another scripture. You know what I'm saying? You have one scripture, you can match up with 10 different scriptures to prove, okay, this is just what it means. You know what I'm saying?
What y'all doing here?
Huh? Teaching the Bible, man. Teaching the truth of the Bible.
Recording?
Yeah, putting it on land.
Okay, I saw y'all had some water. I didn't know if y'all had some bottled water. I'm about to go get some from the bus stop, though.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Bless y'all.
Alright, bro.
I thought y'all was praying for people, you know, trying to carry the word on the street. I didn't know y'all was recording.
Yeah, and we shared it on the streets too. So it's a two-way
What
thing.
you got for me?
Huh?
What you got for me in my struggle?
In your who?
My struggle.
In your struggle?
Yeah.
What who your fatherland go back to? Like, you know your father lineage? Or your father? On your father's side. Like who he go back to?
McAllister.
Huh?
McAllister.
McAllister? I'm saying like,
With an origin?
yeah.
Well, all origins basically stem from Latin.
From who?
Latin.
Land. But like what your fatherland go back to? Cause you got the British, you got the Italians.
Me, I'm more like Latin French.
Latin French. Cause see, it's just like what just like I was telling you, bro. A lot of our people. I see, it's just like this, bro. These are the only people the Lord died for right here on the sand. You see, one thing people get confused is a lot of these people, but you gotta judge off the spirit. It's all according to the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Now you might look on this side and say you ain't on it, but
Oh, you all origins stem from Latin.
you know that.
I know that. So we all one origin, but we just in different races, breeds.
Right, we different nations.
I don't want to call it incest, but you know, three created all things. You know what I'm saying? Like the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit was like the Trinity, right? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but see that Trinity, that's a little doctrine they try to add in.
What I'm talking about.
Yeah, that Trinity is a doctrine they add in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Right, that's right, bro. That's wrong, bro.
Like paralysis,
Huh?
paralysis, paralysis.
Paralysis.
No, not paralysis. Paralysis.
What that mean?
That's the walk of life. You know what I'm saying? That,
What's that, another life? What
you
was
know what the alternate?
Huh?
You know what the alternate? It's like extreme, like sully, like rubbing alcohol. You know what I'm saying? But it gives you emotion, and another life exists to do that. You know what a capital is, huh? Like
Yeah,
a
but
blood
see,
cell, right?
but yeah.
Or like water, how it speaks in the Bible about being born again. water, right?
Right.
You know how that's possible? Water's the doorway. There's no time capsule. You know what I'm saying?
I understand, but see, that's one thing, like, that's another philosophy of the world, right? They try to link, like, when the Lord's talking about being born again, you know what I'm saying? Basically talking about the mind frame of the people at the time. Because they had been, the Romans had took over, it started with the Greeks, then the Romans had put it to the point to where our people, they basically was, they tried to mix their culture in with ours. So the Lord like, nah, y'all gotta be born again. That's what we were just on. But see, what you going into, that's how scientists are trying to do. They'll try to link everything up through a physical way of everything, which the Bible all about faith. You know what I'm saying? It be about faith. So basically, man, the point is, through the Spirit, I think you're an Israelite, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause you don't,
Oh, I am. I wear a string around my wrist all the time.
you believe in the Lord, though.
Yeah, I believe in God with all my heart. And it's only once you got it, it's once you Father. And the Lord Christ is my bride. You know what I'm saying? My bridegroom.
Right.
And his spirit burns within me, keeping pure in these 30 streets in these Christ.
You know he was a dark-skinned man with woolly hair, right?
I don't.
I'm saying according to the Bible.
I don't color racial people because even though I'm white, you wouldn't imagine how black people are.
I just said that. See, it ain't
You wouldn't imagine how grim,
you're
how
right.
dark life.
But I'm just saying
how
though.
much darkness I see.
Right.
You look into my eyes, and I know you see these people. You know they're not white. You know, but that anula, you know, there is a code E, and you gotta respect that. God is a meat blow. You know what I'm saying? Just like me, just like I'm. You know, it doesn't matter what.
It don't matter the color of your skin. But it's all about your spirit. Through the spirit, I can tell you
Don't.
But I'm going to say this, though.
I'm not going to tell you.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
You believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
All right.
I just have a hard time finding the devotion to read.
I feel it. So, you know the Bible gives the description of the Lord, though.
Yeah. Actually, I don't.
Is his true name? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai.
Well, I like to read the Bible a lot.
Yeah.
I read the beginning of the Bible.
Because see, that's what they,
You gotta be innocent. You gotta read the point. I'm like, I like to read the beginning though. That's my favorite part, especially when it talks about God's great multitude. You know, he tells you he is a dome. He is a fire and
we're consuming fire. It speaks right. We
it's a lot of things.
Right, like, go ahead now, go ahead.
I love to hear other people you speak.
But see, like the Bible says, we must worship the Lord in spirit and truth, right? Because see, that's one thing that the so-called white man put out here now. He say color don't matter, but all the images, like how old you is, bro? 30. Like from the time you can understand an image of pain, and you know it's a lot of images they got up for the Lord. What color do they always have?
Everything's dark. Everything's when I was enslaved in prison in my hometown, and I was going through an apocalyptic event, my mind, my body, and my soul. God told me to sit still. And the darkest man you've ever seen in your life, he said to me, and he said, that dark man was me. And I couldn't sit still enough to let him free me. But he told me, why does there have to be a devil? He is the true God.
Yeah, he created the devil.
Yeah,
he created good. Yeah, he created the devil and he created.
So just because what I like to see my African brothers or my brothers, Hebrew brothers, I apologize, is respect and honor.
Right.
I don't ask for truth. You know what I'm saying? I ask for you to be truthful in your heart with yourself and others, for your success. And I don't ask people to tell me about my life to try and set me free. You know, it's not a job.
And the Bible tells you, the Lord said he desired truth in the inward part.
Yeah, he hates liars.
Right, so you're right about that. Because like you said, the inside of the cup got to be clean for the outside. So you're right about that, you know. But that's what we out here do. We out here to set our people, man, free. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our people just think, they think the Lord one way. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand he created good, he created evil. He controlled it all. He controlled the hate.
I fear God because he tells me, have no doubt and no fear in me or anything. we are perfect. Even though I endure these things, and we all do, we may struggle to come forward, bless our mind with knowledge and direction and all these things. But I guess the road you have to walk down, sometimes you got to take a little off to get a great advantage.
Right. And that's what the Bible says.
I hear lately I've been discouraged. In the streets of East Jackson, here in a few days when I get my check, and I'm going back to my little hometown. And I don't even want to be there, you know what I'm saying? But He's told me in my heart, come discuss this with something that you're around, and people you're around, you shall walk away from it and never go back. But I find it hard in my heart to do that. And I miss my daughters and stuff. I've endured a lot.
Right, so you might be strong enough now to go deal with it. You probably had to get away for a moment. You probably made you stronger now, where you can be wiser than how you don't want to see they doing. You know what I'm saying? Mama probably be tripping. You know what I'm saying? Or you could have been tripping. I don't know the situation. You know what I'm saying?
What's your name?
For real.
God bless you. You have a good day, Joe. I appreciate the insight.
All right, bro. Yeah, man, he the perfect example, man. Through the spirit, man, he don't got no spirit. He don't got, you know what I'm saying? He don't, even though but that's what our people do. Going back into Israel have not attained that which they seek it for. The election have attained and the rest is blinded, man. Cause see, like you got to take for instance like the 5 percenters, you got the comedic, how people clinging on to their comedic thing. Their whole thing is they don't deal with faith. They just wanna, if you can't prove it, then they ain't believing. You know what I'm saying? That's basically like the philosophy. Even though he say believe in the scriptures, man. All the other stuff he was hollering out, that's how the white man get our people, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll mix a little truth into different philosophies, and our people think that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like the Kemetic, that Islam, which that's that table full of vomit and filthiness, man. That our people gotta come out of it, man. You know? So you gotta stop me in the time, man. But he's just a perfect example of an Israelite man looking like the so-called white man, man. What you think? Did you see the Esau spirit in him? Right. He got it, you know. And you see real what he said. He said the Lord told him the darkest man goes right. Right. And you have it,
and you see what, and out here you see what part of town you on.
Right.
Black is with a black part of town. He's the only white boy you really see walking around here.
And that's something you other Israelite camps gotta start doing, man. Y'all gotta start teaching that confusing the face thing, man. You can't just go look at the so-called white man and be like, you the devil. Try spirit by the spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause the same curses that follow on the Israelites fell on him. He couldn't tell me who his daddy land went back to. That's the curse of an Israelite man, man. Going to jail, doing time, those characteristics, those are conditions the Lord said the Israelites are gonna be in. Because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. So these are punishments that the Lord had to bring us through, man. You know? You got a question for us, that's it. Just through the spirit, you know what I'm saying? You know, I've been seeing, you know what I'm saying? I know you've been searching. I know you remind me of me, you know what I'm saying? Just all of a sudden, how old you? Right, see? But you probably when you start reading about it, about 18. Right, I definitely that spirit almost hit you, know what I'm saying? Around 18 and 20, then you would start wanting to read the Bible for yourself, you know what I'm saying? How you becoming a man, and you seeing how this world lives, you going to church. But the churches really ain't giving you the answers that you're looking for when you get out into the real world. You know what I'm saying? So you started like, let me read for myself, man. Let me see what this book really say, man. Then a lot of questions started to arise, man. Going back go back to Isaiah. Then I'm gonna go back to 1 Peter 2, wherever the Spirit leads, man. You know? Like John 4 chapter, John the 3rd chapter, man, the spirit like the wind. It blows it and goes wherever it comes. So we'll be on one point, then go to another. But that's how the spirit do, man. Can't quench the spirit, man. Whatever the spirit calls for, you gotta let it come out, man. But going back to whom should he teach knowledge and whom should he make to understand doctrine, man. This is one of the main scriptures your pastor's supposed to bring out. So you'll understand how to read this book. Cause a lot of our people read this book from front to back and they'll be like, it's confused, I don't understand.
They just read it.
Right.
Not listen.
But we done it. I done it. But like I said, just kept praying. Lord, you're gonna run across men who feel that Holy Spirit. And they're gonna start to answer some of the questions through the scriptures. Every time you got a question, somebody gotta prove it out the scriptures. They can't prove it out this Bible, then you basically you can't take that for truth, man. You know?
Not Christian.
Nah, we the Israelites. Yeah, we the Israelites. We the Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew the language we spoke. Israelites is our nationality. We spoke the Hebrew, and the Israelites are our nationality, which the word Israelite means in the Hebrew, Yah Shar Allah. Yah is he, Shar is prince, Allah power. That's like the Muslims say Allah. See, they think that's the name of God. The word Allah just means power. So even when in Genesis, the first chapter, when he say in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The word for God right there in the Hebrew is Allahai, which is powers with an X. It ain't actually talking about the heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? He used the angels, he used the Havashai and the angels to create everything. He just laid out the blueprint. It's just like if you a king, you gonna give orders and the orders gonna be followed. That's how the heavenly Father did, but he still take the credit for it because he created them. He created the people who he used to create the earth. So in actuality, he did create everything, but like you said, it pleased him to put all things into his son's hand. You know what I'm saying? It pleased him to put everything under his dominion and his people. But to get back to keep reading in Isaiah 20, this Isaiah 28 and 11. For with a stammering lips and another tongue, he speaks to his people, man. Right, and this the other tongue, man. You know, because Isaiah just prophesied how we're going to go into captivity, man. You know, because even though we're the Hebrew Israelites, if I just learn Hebrew fluently and come out here speaking the straight Hebrew, we're going to be able to understand nobody, man. You know? To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith you may cause the weary to rest. Right. So this how we cause the weary to rest, man. And who weary, man? I have people weary, man. But like the Lord said, come all ye that are heavy laden and rest in him, man. See, once you get the understanding of this Bible, man, and that's understanding yourself, man. Because this Bible, our people wrote this book, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no white man write this book. White man don't even understand the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, the way the pastors teach the Bible, that's what make a lot of our people turn to Islam. You know what I'm saying? Because our pastors ain't teaching it right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that'll make them turn to other philosophies on the way that they teaching it, man.
Yeah, still in homosexual preaching.
Right.
They preaching. And you go in there, they got this effeminate spirit. Well, you from the poor end of the city, you looking at this effeminate spirit, you like, well, you're not like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My dad ain't like this dude. My daddy got a different strong spirit than this dude. And all of a sudden, it's a difference, but what they do, they take away the words so you can't recognize who or who. You see it, yeah, you feel it. If I take them words away, you wouldn't know who it's from. All you know is this nigga's a homeless, he got an feminine spirit. He done join some group in college. So when he get out of college from Atlanta, Georgia, he moved to Jackson and make him a preacher. And this your leader out of thinking out. But he didn't tell you the whole time for the last 10, 12 years, this was in a homosexual relationship. They ain't gonna tell you that part. But all of a sudden, I move you in the hood, you just supposed to adapt. How the thing blew out. Niggas like y'all, you know what I'm saying, strong blood, he just your leader. And he's not gonna speak that word like it's supposed to be spoken. Because when you read it, there's too much knowledge that's gonna chop you to pieces. Eventually, he ain't gonna want to stand before 500 people with that word chopping you to pieces. Everybody